niceness. Every time we step in the area, give thanks for life, we still there. Cause we no drop flesh, come to live up we best.
We are continuing to celebrate International Women's History Month right here on TVJ. All throughout the month of March, we will be highlighting powerful and superb Jamaican women right here on our limited series, Candid With. I'm your host, Janella Precious. If this is your first time joining us, this program is about having light and inspirational conversations with our guests who will also be leaving us with little notes of advice for life. So, from child star to reggae icon, our guest has spent decades shaping the sound and spirit of Jamaican music. Today, we are candid with legendary Nadine, Sutherland, and it will be pure niceness.
Every time we step in the area,
Hey.
give thanks for life we still there, yeah. Cause we no drop place, come to live up we best. Yay.
Because it's pure niceness.
It's pure
Thank
niceness.
you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
When you hear me say the legendary, how that make you feel?
I'm kind of scared. I'm like, I live long, But it comes with responsibility, and sometimes, you have to understand that when a country and, call you legendary, what it should, I say it's a very responsible term, a very elder term, which I am.
Well, you're not an elder because you look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And what strikes me is that you look the same that you did years ago. I don't think you ate. So because we're about giving nuggets, what is your routine for your face? Because you look good.
Well, thank you. Well, some people disagree. Them just attack me on social media. Anyway, that's part of the life. I have a routine from my dermatologist, but I think another thing that I always do, papaya is great for the skin. The natural enzyme for papaya, if you research it, you see that, it's very good. Sometimes when I cut up tomato, when I cut up my seasoning, I put it on because it has vitamin C. Banana skin also, and I try to crush it. Aloe vera, so I try to do natural stuff also. Apart from my dermatologist, Dr. Dunn will have to be girl. You should take care of my skin. Those natural stuff, I think, has helped me throughout the years.
When I think of natural, I think of country. So are you a country girl or are you a city girl?
I'm born at town, but I identify more with country.
How so?
I went to country when I was 9. I love the principles, the ethics, the qualities of country people. I think they're very kind. I think a lot of them, not, we can't use a broad brush, but I think they're very centered. I think that they just have some value systems that I could have identified with my father, and looking at his siblings, how hard work was such a part of their life. When they talk about, my grandmother, how she used to plat it and go sell it and all of those stuff, and all of them love, you have ambition, it's that kind of stuff, which is, they worked really hard for their lives because they believed in hard work. So I identify with that. But my town family have that too. On my mother's side, they have those qualities also because, my auntie, I have aunts and cousins who went to America with nothing and built their lives into something, and, they're degreed and all of that. So I guess in terms of my whole family and people that I surround myself, this thing about have ambition and you have to fight life, That was just that. Those are the qualities.
So you had that balance, and you benefited from that balance, town and country.
Yes.
Talk to us about, because you love the country part of it. First of all, which parish was it?
St. Catherine.
St. Catherine.
Above Rocks, retirement, that kind of district.
What did you love about it when you go there as a child? How did it make you feel? What did you do?
I went there when I was 9 years old, and I guess in terms of you grow urban, and then you just come to country. And then first and foremost, we went there in January, and it was cold because in the hills. You had mountains, and then you had the river. And, like summertime, that, we would just live at the river. And then you walk around and go stay with your granny for the summer. And the amount of fruits, the mangoes that were just like on the ground. And I must say, my father said I must eat mango time, mangoes at night. So I think I have a couple worms in my belly. Because we're just gonna just eat the mangoes and just like, yo. So the, fruits, so many different fruits. You walk on the street, you can pick up a sweet cup or a rose apple. And that was country life, You get sick, there is fever grass, right? They say you can just pluck and just, My grandma, Lilith, used to boil for us when we get sick, and my mother. So that's what I love. One banana just grow right, they say you can go chop it. So that's country life. That's what I love about country life.
What kind of child were you like? Rude, disciplined? What kind of child were you like when you were younger?
I think I was an airy-fairy kind of child. I always go underneath the bed by myself, my mother would say. But then there was this artistic side. I always dancing and winding up myself and could do the latest. I was just made for dancing. Just dancing all the time, singing all the time. So I was just kind of this artistic, dreamlike kid. I think I would describe myself like that.
So you're professionally trained in ballet? Or did you just
I am trained in ballet, but I didn't get no certification. I just do ballet when I was younger and do modern dance when I was younger, my teenage years and into my 20s. I got training, but, the music.
So does that mean you were in a house or you were in an environment where there was always music in the air?
Yeah, man. My father was like that, and my father loved music because, listen, my father would boast until you say no. Him did go audition back in the days for Coxsone.
What?
Yeah, daddy can sing, daddy can harmonize and everything. So I grew up with that kind of sensibility. My mother loved music also, Mama Bev. And my father was a part of a sound system. So another thing is that when they used to string up the sound us on the daytime, I could just grab the mic and just
give me a little something I used to sing, but I can't play music.
Okay, so there's a song that I used to sing. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna do a part of it.
Yeah.
My mother, Changer. Those I'm aging myself. So my mother used to play this song and I learned it. So everybody, mommy used to, church will go, my daughter can't sing, everywhere. Okay, I don't even know if I remember it, but it's a Michael Jackson song called Ben. Ben, the two of us need look no more. We won't find what we were looking for. I don't remember the other part, but I used to sing Ben. Yeah. Left, right, center, everywhere. Church, mommy stop the church, my daughter can't sing. Every cousin will come, my daughter can't sing. So yeah. He's very proud of me.
But it's interesting because I was going to ask you who was the first person who made you believe your voice was truly special. So it obviously was mommy.
Mommy, everybody in my family, but all of them just they always said, Nadine can't sing, Yeah, but my mother more than anything. Even the other day I did a movie called Someone Loves You. And it was my mother who always said, because I'm always doing characters around the community or a family member or on TV like a public figure for my mother and crack her up. And she said, you can't act, you must go in a theater. And I ended up acting. So mommy looked like she kind of could have picked up some of the talent there, yes.
Do you remember, Nadine, the first time you heard your voice on radio? And what was that like?
It was, I still, when I hear I do a song and I hear it on the radio for the first time, I still have the same feeling. I'm like, oh my God. It's always like, I never get over it. And I've never gone over that. I'm a singer and I'm on the radio. And sometimes on TV, yeah.
So when you went to school, you were like a big celebrity or not?
I was.
Yeah.
When I first went to Andrews, the first 3 months for all of this to St. Andrew High School for girls, forgive me. The first 3 months, when we were introducing ourselves in the class, it was, September? And I said, I'm Nadine. Said, I am an amateur singer. Them laugh off of me. And by the December, I won Tasty Talent Contest. So when I came back, I was like, yay. Yay.
So you get the front of the line at the
no special. my schoolmates would be like, oh girl, get yourself together. Not like that, man. And then I signed to Tough Gong and the whole Bob Marley thing. Nobody was putting me at the front of the line or anything like that. Join the tuck shop line. I'm gonna get your patty and your orange juice.
But I mean, this is major. When you look back, is there anything you would change?
I never understood fame, and I wish that, you know, I don't think that, you know, we're speaking about, you know, in terms of being a reporter and some of the stuff that comes with it. I think that if, and I don't think nobody around me understood fame, and I felt that, you know, some part of being in the music industry and not, you know, not understanding just what it comes with, and sometimes it comes with a lot of negativity. And from adults, I think some of those things, you know, seared in my brain when I was younger. So I wish that, you know, I had more, had a understanding of what fame is, and I still grapple with fame at my age.
All right, so when we come back, we focus more on the woman behind the music, Candid, with Nadine Sutherland. We'll be right back.
Hey.